Hello students, welcome to lecture series of automobile engines. In today's session we will learn about what is a diesel injection system. Fine. What are the different classification of diesel injection system and what are the different functions of diesel injection system. Fine. So let's start our video. In this session we will learn about what are the different functions of fuel injection system, why we are using fuel injection system, and what are the different classifications which we are currently using in vehicles in fuel injection system. Fine. Now this system is actually for diesel engines. So before moving to fuel injection system, let me first tell you why the diesel is injected inside the system. So the functional requirements of an injection system, what is the main requirement or what is a requirement that it should fulfill in the system. Fine. So for proper engine operation and satisfactory performance, the following requirements must be met by fuel injection system. Fine. So what are that requirements? First is accurate metering. Now what is metering? That means measurement of fuel. Fine. So it should measure the amount of fuel which is required to be injected inside the engine, because what we are doing air plus fuel ratio. Fine. So for that air fuel ratio, what is happening, depending on the engine speed and load, it is always changing. Fine. So what will be happen if the engine is in normal condition, or you can say we are going in economy condition, the fuel required is less. Fine. But whenever we are starting the engine, or whenever we are accelerating the engine, or whenever we are using high power of the engine, what we require to do, we need to supply more fuel with respect to air, so that the ratio must be reached. Fine. So to maintain that ratio, there should be always metering of fuel. That means the measurement of fuel must be changed depending on the speed and the load on the engine. Fine. So accurate metering should be there inside the fuel injection system. Second one is precise timing. Now what is a meaning of timing, or what do you mean by timing of injection? Now all you know that it should be injected when the compression ends and when the power is about to start. So if we inject the fuel inside the diesel engine, at that time the combustion will be perfect. Fine. But if it is not set according to this condition, it will inject randomly, then it will not create any power. Fine. So the precise timing is actually required inside the engine. All you know that valve timing diagram is there. Fine. So what it tells, the diesel engine valve timing diagram tells us that you should inject the fuel before some of the degree before TDC. Fine. And you should cut off that fuel at some of the degrees after TDC. Fine. So that timing must be precise in fuel injection system. So precise timing of fuel injection in the cycle to ensure the initiation of the combustion, to ensure the performance of the engine, its power, its fuel economy and emissions. Fine. So it will actually create perfect combustion, it will give us perfect economy, it will also reduce emission. Fine. So if the timings are perfect, all these four factors will be satisfied. Fine. Thereafter, proper control of rate of injection to achieve the desired heat release during the combustion without the knocking. Now what is knocking? Because it is creating abnormal combustion and it is creating unwanted sounds. Fine. So what is a rate of injection? That means how much fuel is injected at given timing. That means in some amount of timing, let's say in 6 microseconds, this amount of fuel should be injected. So controlling of the fuel is always in our hand. Fine. So proper control rate is actually achieved, or it should be satisfied in a fuel injection system. Thereafter, proper atomization of fuel into the fine droplets, because if it is not there, the fuel will remain in liquid portion or in liquid phase and it will not be directly mixed with the air. So it will actually increase ignition delay and it will create abnormal combustion. So we need to do some setting, or you can say some allowment for proper mixing of fuel by converting it in a small droplet form, or you can say by vaporizing it. Fine. Thereafter, proper spray pattern should ensure the rapid mixing of air and fuel, because the spray of the fuel should be in such a way that it should get directly into air and mix fastly. So it should be rapid. Fine. Thereafter, uniform distribution of fuel droplets throughout the combustion chamber. Now this point is very important. Suppose you assume that it is a or you can say it is a combustion chamber. Fine. So in this combustion chamber, the air is everywhere. But when you inject fuel, it should not go only in the center. It should go everywhere inside the combustion chamber. So it come directly in a contact and it will reduce our ignition delay. So proper spraying, proper distribution of fuel droplet should be there throughout the combustion chamber or throughout this air. Fine. Thereafter, to supply equal quantity of fuel to all the cylinders if it is multi-cylinder engine. Now why in multi-cylinder it is required? Because the engine speed is actually constant at given load. Fine. So if we inject some amount of fuel in one cylinder, then the same amount of fuel should be in every cylinder to maintain that speed. Fine. So if we control that amount of mixture or amount of fuel inside a cylinder, it must be same in all the cylinders to maintain that speed and load. Fine. So if it is not perfectly, suppose it is 4-cylinder engine, in 2 cylinders we are giving rich mixture, in other 2 cylinders we are giving lean mixture. So what will happen? In rich mixture power will be more, in a lean mixture power will be less. Fine. So what will happen? It will do imbalance on crank and it will be the failure of the engine. Fine. So what we need to do, you need to supply equal amount of fuel or equal quantity of the material fuel to all the cylinders to operate it at the same given loading condition. Fine. Thereafter, no lag during the beginning and end of injection to eliminate the dribbling of fuel droplet into the cylinders. Now what is this dribbling? Dribbling is actually the amount of fuel which we are using for injector and the amount of fuel which is actually injected. So in some case what is happening, due to that nozzle, due to that small hole inside the nozzle, some of the fuel droplet will stick there or will not go out of them. So what will be happening? Suppose we are injecting some amount of fuel, but in actual some droplets will remain inside that nozzle, inside that injector. So all the fuel will not go inside cylinder, so we will not get maximum power. Fine. So that fuel is actually wasted. So what is happening? This is called dribbling. That means the difference of fuel between actual injection of fuel and the required injection of fuel. Fine. It is a difference of them. So dribbling should not be there. So whatever the fuel is inside injector, all the fuel particles or all the fuel droplets should go, and all the fuel particles must go inside combustion chamber. It should not remain inside the nozzle or inside the injector. Fine. So that was all the factors, or you can say functions, which is a main requirement inside the fuel injection system. Now what is a main classification of engine? So if we do classification, it is basically depending on the number of cylinders of engine, what are the requirements of engine, what are the required efficiencies of engine. Fine. But in general case we can classify it in basically 2 types. First is air injection system and second is solid injection system. Now what is a difference? Before going to difference, let me tell you a definition of air injection system and solid injection. Fine. So what is happening? In air injection system, fuel is forced by means of compressed air and a good mixing with higher MEP, or you can say mean effective pressure. So what is here happening? We are pushing the fuel, we are injecting fuel by the use of force of compressed air. So if it is a fuel, we will push it inside the combustion chamber by means of force of compressed air. And what is solid injection? The liquid fuel is directly injected inside the combustion chamber without any pressurized air. Fine. So in air injection, it is not like air is injected. In solid injection, it is not like fuel injection. Fine. In air injection and solid injection, both of them are fuel injections. In both of the case, fuel is only injected from the injector, but for giving that pressure to that fuel, what we are doing? We are using compressed air to generate the pressure on the fuel in air injection. We are not using air on a fuel in solid injection. That is a simple difference between air injection and solid injection. Fine. So simple difference is that in air injection we are using air force, or you can say we are using the pressure of compressed air to push the fuel. In solid injection we are not using any pressure of air to push the fuel. Fuel will be directly pushed inside engine by the fuel pump. Fine. So it is a solid injection system. It is actually then classified in main 4 types. First is individual pump type or individual pump and nozzle system. Second one, it is unit injector system. Third one is common rail distribution system, or you can say it is common rail system, or you can say it is CRDI. It is a very important question in the form of GTO in a GTO exam. So what is CRDI? It is called common rail distribution injection. You must have seen this CRDI logo behind many of the cars. Fine. So it is CRDI, common rail distribution injection. And the fourth one is distributor system, which is actually distributing all the diesel inside the engine. Fine. So these are main classifications. Let me repeat. The first is air injection. Second is solid injection. In solid injection, there are 4 types. First is individual pump and nozzle. Second is unit injector. Third one is common rail system. And fourth one is distributor system. Fine. So all these 4 types are currently in use in all the vehicles, and we will see it one by one in next lectures. Fine. So that's it for today's session. If you have any doubt or you have any suggestion, you can write me in a comment section. I will solve it. In next session, we will see all these 4 systems in detail. Fine. That's it in today's session. Thank you.